Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into something huge for the Pi ecosystem. We're talking about the very first hackathon of its new open network era. This is a real chance for developers to get in there and literally build the future of the platform. So let's start with that big question right there. Are you ready? Because this is at the very heart of what the Pi network is asking its community to do. It's their latest and, maybe their most important challenge yet. Yup, it's official. The Pi network has launched its 2025 hackathon. And look, this isn't just another competition. This is a landmark event, really designed to figure out what's next for the entire network. And to get those creative juices flowing, well, there's a total prize pool of 160,000 Pi up for grabs for the teams that come up with the most impactful and innovative applications. That's a serious incentive. So what's the big idea here? What's the whole point? It really boils down to one word: utility. Now that the network is in its open network period, which means, it's public and ready for real-world stuff, the goal is to build practical apps. Apps with actual use cases for everybody, not just the tech crowd. This whole thing is way more than just a coding competition. It's about a core mission. The idea is to take Pi from being just a concept and turn it into a tool that people actually use in their daily lives. It's about building on that energy from Pi today and creating apps that are genuinely useful and easy for anyone around the world to pick up and use. All right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What exactly will you be building? And maybe more importantly, what's in it for you after all that hard work? Okay, so the challenge itself is intentionally, broad. The goal is to build an app that promotes Pi's utility, and that's on purpose. This open-ended theme is really meant to spark as much creativity and innovation as possible. You can focus on pretty much any use case you can think of, as long as it brings real value to the community. So if you're looking for a bit of an edge, what are the judges hinting at? Well, a few things really stand out. They want to see creativity that's actually based on what users need. They're also really pushing for open source projects using the PiOS license, which helps the whole community collaborate. And hey, a little pro tip: definitely use the official Brainstorm app. And don't be afraid to leverage AI tools to help speed up your development. And check this out. The prize pool isn't some winner-take-all situation. The whole structure is designed to reward a bunch of great ideas. You've got 75,000 Pi for first place, sure, but it goes all the way down to 5 honorable mentions. This really spreads the opportunity around and encourages more teams to get in the game. All right, if you're thinking about jumping in, you're going to want to pull out your calendar. Let's walk through the key dates you absolutely need to know. Things are going to move pretty quick. Registration kicks off on August 15th, and the coding starts just a week later. Now, the one date you should probably circle in red is September 19th. That's the midpoint check-in. It's a super valuable chance to get feedback. And then the finish line is October 15th, the final deadline for submissions. Okay, knowing the timeline is one thing, but knowing how to actually win, that's the other half of the battle. So let's break down the submission process and exactly what the judges will be looking for. So, the submission process is in 2 parts. First up, you've got to fill out the official submission form. Pretty straightforward. And then you'll need to attach a link to a short, sweet, 3-minute demo video that shows off what your app does, how it works, and how it uses Pi. Part 2, this is the techie bit, happens in the Pi developer portal. You'll enter the hackathon code, that's hackathon25, then you'll register your app for the mainnet. And once you complete that checklist, a button will pop up to officially submit your app to the hackathon. Done and done. So what actually makes a winning project? Well, you can see here the judging criteria are really nicely balanced across 5 key areas. A project needs more than just fancy code. It has to have real utility, a great user experience, some long-term potential, and of course, a little spark of uniqueness. Each area is weighted equally, so a successful project really needs to nail that blend. Feeling inspired? Fired up? Good. Let's talk about how you can get started right now, because the Pi team has put together a whole bunch of resources to help you succeed. The best part is, you're not starting from scratch here. There is a complete developer toolkit waiting for you. You've got everything from an onboarding guide to get you started to GitHub repos with a demo app that you can literally just copy and build on top of. Plus, there are workshops to help you get the hang of the SDK and product design. They've got you covered.
Now, two platforms in particular are going to be your best friends. You'll want to start in the Brainstorm app to pitch your ideas and find people to team up with. Then you can hop over to the Pi App Studio to build out a prototype and link it right back to your Brainstorm project. It's a perfect workflow, taking you from idea to collaboration just like that. And when you boil it all down, this is the core message. This hackathon is a massive opportunity to create something that actually matters, to work with other smart, passionate people, and to show off what you've built to a huge global audience. So, with the tools, the team, and this incredible opportunity laid out right in front of you, the only real question left is, what will you build? Thanks for tuning in to The Explainer.